The Story of Henry Glover, 2005. It was late August 2005, and Hurricane Katrina had just torn through New Orleans, leaving the city in shambles. The lower Ninth Ward was drowning, and folks were stranded on their rooftops, hoping and praying for rescue. Among them was Henry Glover, a brother with a kind heart and a warm smile that could light up a room. He had seen better days, but this was the fight of his life. Man, it's like the whole world done turned upside down, Henry said, shaking his head as he waded through the water. He was trying to find supplies for his family, who had taken refuge in a local school. Days turned into a chaotic blur. The city was desperate, and the police, who were supposed to protect and serve, seemed to be operating under a different law. Tensions were high, and suspicion ran deep. On September 2nd, Henry was outside a strip mall, minding his business when he was shot. Desperate and bleeding, he was picked up by a man named William Tanner. "Hang on, bruh. I got you. We're gonna get you to some help," Tanner assured him, driving like a madman through the flooded streets, trying to find medical attention. They reached a makeshift police command post at Havens Elementary School, but what happened next was beyond anyone's worst nightmares. Officer David Warren, standing guard, saw them coming and immediately fired his weapon. Henry was hit, and it was clear the situation was dire. But instead of helping, the officers took Henry into custody, treating him more like a criminal than a man in desperate need of medical help. William Tanner was told to leave, and he did, reluctantly, under threats of violence. "They done lost their minds," he muttered under his breath, watching in horror as the officers took Henry away. Henry's family searched for him for days, weeks, and then months, with no answers. "Lord, where is my baby?" his mother cried, clutching his photograph. It wasn't until December that the gruesome truth came to light. Henry's burned body was found in the charred remains of a car, dumped on the banks of the Mississippi River. The investigation that followed uncovered a chilling narrative of police brutality and cover-ups. Officer Gregory McRae was found to have driven Henry's body to the levee and set the car on fire to destroy the evidence. In the ensuing trials, Warren was convicted of violating Henry's civil rights by shooting him, and McRae was found guilty of obstruction of justice and civil rights violations for burning Henry's body. In the courtroom, Henry's brother, Edward, stood tall and spoke directly to the officers. "Y'all ain't had no right to treat him like that. We trusted y'all to protect us, but y'all betrayed that trust. My brother was a good man, and y'all took him from us." The verdicts brought some measure of justice, but the pain and loss for Henry's family remained deep and raw. The case of Henry Glover stood as a stark reminder of the deep flaws in the system and the desperate need for accountability and reform, especially in times of crisis. In the end, the memory of Henry Glover became a rallying cry for justice and change in New Orleans and beyond. His story, told and retold, was a testament to the enduring strength of his spirit and the ongoing struggle for equality and respect in the face of adversity.